Hey guys, James here today, and welcome to another build video here in The Sims 3. We are obviously in Aluna Island, as all of our Sims 3 build videos are going to be in for the foreseeable future. So we are finally building sort of in the center of town here. You may recall I once tried to build here before, or multiple times, and I couldn't get the build looking how I wanted it to. So I thought today was the day to tackle it once more. And the reason I wanted to do this is because it's a very narrow lot, and I did that narrow build in The Sims 4 and I enjoyed it. So I was like, yeah, let's give it a go in The Sims 3 and see if I can finally get a build that is supposed to go here. And also, oh, it's so fun building on sloping lots again. I can't wait till they put sort of terrain editing back in The Sims 4. Speaking of putting things back in The Sims 4, they have confirmed that move objects on will be back in The Sims 4 in the next update. And if you're watching this in the future, it's already in. So that's exciting. Yeah, that's good to know. Anyways, so yeah, I've started off. Basically, this is the idea I always had with these sort of sloping lots, is that I would have the lower level. So there's obviously two levels. This is the top level that we're doing now. The lower level is where this sort of deck is, and you just walk out straight into the backyard here, which is, I thought, was a really cool idea, and it is. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but it turns out to be quite a pretty cool little sort of layout, where that you just walk into the back garden, and then the upstairs is level with the road. It works out pretty well, and I'm glad it did. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with this. I wanted to have a little balcony up there so you could overlook the garden, overlook the kids playing in the backyard. Because there is, I did a bedroom that has a bunk bed. So, two kids. There's only two bedrooms in this house. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. You could possibly add more by just extending the basement area a little bit, which you will see in I guess, in a little while as I build it. Little sort of roof there. I don't know. That'll add a little bit of detail. Cutting away a little bit here to make a nice little deck area. So this was supposed to be up. Again, if you're watching this in the future, it does not matter. But this was supposed to be up, if you're watching this as it posts, last night. Or, anyways, it's basically a day late. And the reason for that was because you may or may not recall on December the 13th. Unlucky day, by the way, and which is probably why I missed the upload of it. No. Anyways, on December the 13th, there was a Sims fan meetup here in Sydney, so I went to that, and also, with that, I was also already tired that day. Anyways, long story short, I was just exhausted. This was what I was doing on that night, and then I just was so tired, I had to sleep, and I was like, oh, do it tomorrow. It's not the end of the world, as long as I get it done, well, yeah, it's good. So apologies for it being late. Although you probably didn't even notice. A lot of people still don't know about the current schedule. I say current schedule because I never really have a permanent schedule, just for the fact that I don't want my schedule to ever be permanent. But at the moment, I currently have like sort of a weekly schedule going on. So in case you're wondering, I'm just going to mention it now. For anyone watching now, in the future, again, irrelevant, but in case you're wondering. So on this is all in Australian Eastern Daylight Time, like the current time. So on Saturday is a Sims 4 build, Sunday is a Sims 3 build, Monday is Prison Challenge, Tuesday is Rags to Riches, Wednesday is what is Wednesday? I don't know. Forgot what Wednesday was. Thursday is Sims 4 with Zeus. Oh, yeah, Wednesday is The Sims 1 and The Sims 2. Yeah, Thursday is Sims 4 Zeus. Friday is Top 5 and Room builds. And then that brings us back to Saturday. So that's kind of the weekly schedule of series at the current point in time. And it will be like that for the next few weeks over the sort of Christmas period, just because so I have like a set schedule, so I can sort of record ahead of time and get the videos done, so I can have a break, etc., etc. So just keep that in mind. I was trying to match the lower sort of foundation to the color of the fence. Apart from the fact that I just couldn't get it to match, it also didn't look that good in the end, so I was just like, nah, not even bothering with that. I spent, this is where I sort of start spending a long time trying to choose colors, and this is also when it was getting late, and I was just really, really tired, and I was just like, I can't even pick a color, and yeah, anyways, I was getting tired at that point, so I was like, oh, I was originally going to go with this sort of horrible shingle texture for some reason, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It doesn't look good. It does change. So, and also there's a few things later on actually there's no point mentioning it now. I'll mention it when we get to it. Yeah, so anyways, I finally got like the shape of this house. I was really happy with because you may or may not remember, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, that I kept trying to build on these lots and I couldn't get the house or the look of it the way I wanted it to be. And it just kept feeling wrong. And so I never built here. So that's why I just went over to other lots and didn't do the center. But I really like how this turned out. And I think it's going to look really cool if we get a whole bunch of houses in a similar style. Well, first of all around the island, because this is the island style, the Aluna island style. If we get a whole bunch of these sort of densely packed in the town center here, I think it's going to look awesome. Because I think there's still 2 other lots next to it on the right there. Or is it 2? I think it's 2 other lots just there. And then there's another couple on the other side of another 3 on the other side of the park. And there's some across the canal. This is where I'm still choosing colors. And then I give up there. And then this is today when I came back in the morning. I'm like, that looks stupid. It's always good when you come back with a fresh mind. Because you're like, oh, hang on. Why was I doing that? It's always good to come back. Take a break, come back, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, that was a stupid idea. Let's rectify that and make it a little bit better. And that's what I did. Eased up on the red a little bit, made it more of a sort of pastel, well, it's not quite pastel red, but sort of faded out the color, the corrugated iron color, because I feel like it would be faded. I went for a light sort of pastel kind of colored green siding for the top floor, and that sort of vertical wood for the foundation level. So here we are working out the layout. Initially, well, always this top level was just going to be at living level, and then downstairs was going to be the bedrooms. But I later realized that the downstairs was far too small for any bedrooms, so I extended it a little bit. But you'll see that. I thought I would choose the windows before we get started. So these are base game windows. A lot of people always think these are University Life windows. But they're not. They are base game windows that were patched in at some point. Not sure when they were patched in, but they were. Yeah, so I used those because they're quite good, and I think I used them next door on the park as well, so they match. Yeah, there's a couple little balconies here and there. Most of them don't have anything on them except for the one that overlooks the back garden that has like a little table and a couple of recliners on it, so you can sit back and relax and enjoy the day in the tropical Aluna Island. This would be a beautiful place to live. I mean, you probably get a little bit stir crazy because it's such a small island. But then I guess if you love small communities and small islands, then maybe that's for you. So this is where I realized that the the basement was far too small. So I dug into the little hill there a little bit. And we extend it and put some windows on the side here as well, so that there's still windows into all the bedrooms, and it's still nice down there. And then there is a little bit more space you'll see under the front of the house there that you could sort of dig into that area and extend the house if you wanted to. So that's always good. And I guess you could always build upward as well, so you could add a second story, because I guess that's sort of like the basement level and then the ground floor, I guess that's the ground floor on the first level. So you could always build up if you wanted to easily extend the house. So that's always handy. Yeah, it's going around making sure all the windows look nice and good. And then I guess I'm just fixing up the layout because I was trying to figure out where I wanted the bathroom to be. I did want to do an ensuite for the main master bedroom, but that sort of didn't end up working. And then I was like, I could put it there. That looks stupid. So yeah, messing around with the layout a little bit. Oh my god, so much up and down motion here. Good thing YouTube 60 FPS makes it a little bit smoother and a little bit easier to see. So that's always good. Make sure you're watching in 1080 60. Because it will be the smoothest and the highest quality. Oh, that's good. Alright, so this is the main, or this sort of main, I guess the bulk of the house in the middle there. Is sort of kitchen, dining, and living space. Trying to pick a front door that didn't look crap. In the end, just went for the standard base game door because that was the only one that really fit. And then I used these sort of large glass doors for the other balconies because I mean, it didn't match entirely, but it looked pretty decent. So it worked just fine for me. Going through and just putting a base coat wallpaper on, and then I sort of go around and change it later on. I'm just getting lights. Most of these lights don't stay. I think one of these stays somewhere. I'm just using them to sort of light up the house so I can actually see what I'm doing on the interior. So we start off with the kitchen. Was going to initially go for a contemporary style on this house. Immediately changed that. Went for the sort of, I guess, more quaint kind of cottage feel. It's not really a cottage though. But yeah, went for the more quaint sort of traditional kind of style. And then I kind of run away with a yellow color scheme, which I only realized after furnishing. When I zoomed out and I looked at it, I'm like, Wow. This is really, really yellow. Yeah, so whoever lives here really likes yellow. Or if you're moving in here, you really gotta like yellow. Or, you can just change the colors of the drapes. It's mainly the drapes and a few accents that are yellow, so it's not that, I guess, not that hard to change. But, yeah, I kind of enjoyed coloring things yellow. Getting some nice tiles behind the kitchen area here, just in case you splash anything on the wall or splooge it on the wall. Oh, that is such a filthy word. Oh, splooge. That just sounds awful. Oh, don't splooge stuff on the wall behind the kitchen because, then you're going to have to clean it off. Yeah, this is where the yellow scheme comes in. I'm like, that really goes well. And I was like, right now, it's kind of relaxed, a relaxed sort of yellow feel to the kitchen. Nice, cozy little kitchen. Probably don't want more than one sim in it at a time, but I guess this is sort of a small family home anyway, so it's not really a problem. Then it's like, yeah, you know what? Let's put yellow on these paintings here. That'll be good. Okay, it's still kind of relaxed. Yellow bin. Probably taking that a step too far. So then we get a nice small little dining table in this little nook. Little dining nook. I decided to go for like a little checkered pattern on the table, so it kind of looked like you had a tablecloth on there. The idea was it was supposed to look like a tablecloth. I mean, that's as best as I could get it. So it got a sort of a kind of light red color. Yellow accented chairs. A nice little rug underneath. Not sure what color I make it. I cannot recall. You must ask the right questions. I need to rewatch iRobot. I don't know why I started. Oh, what? There was something. Why was I looking up iRobot the other day? There was a reason for it. I was like, let me look up iRobot real quick. Oh, what was I doing? I don't know. iRobot. Why was I looking at... I don't know. I was looking at the movie for some reason, and then I kept remembering the hologram in it. It's like, I can't answer that. You must ask... Oh, whatever he said. You must ask the right questions. It's like, who in the right mind programmed that hologram? Like, just program it to give all the information it has. Like, that would save so much time. If the hologram in iRobot just was like, okay, yeah, here's everything I know, or everything I was programmed to know. Here you go. Instead of being like, you must ask the right questions. Like, oh my god, couldn't someone just like hack into it and just like get the answers? So stupid. If anyone ever invents holograms already exist in a certain degree, but if anyone ever invents holograms like that in that movie, please just don't do it like that, because that's really stupid. They were trying to solve a murder case and trying to like, figure out why robots were going crazy and like attacking. Like, if you just program the hologram to say everything, it'd be so much easier. Anyways, going into the... I don't even know why I'm talking about that. Going into the bathroom here, going for a wonderful light green wallpaper and awful tiles. I thought that kind of suited the house. So now the layout of the bathroom that I end up going with, that you see me doing here, doesn't actually work. I put the toilet next to the bathtub. That doesn't actually work, but in the screenshots, you'll see it. Wait, was it in the screenshots that I fixed it? I can't remember if I fixed it before. No, I think I fixed it before I took the screenshots. So, and this is the same with the downstairs bathroom. I actually just did rearrange some things, so they do work. So in case, like right now, you're like, oh my god, you put the toilet next to the tub, that doesn't work. I fixed it later on, so just keep that in mind. Yellow curtains, yeah, yellow drapes. All my life I wanted yellow drapes. Reference to The Simpsons. Although he wanted purple drapes, so... yeah, gotta love The Simpsons. Merry Christmas, by the way. It's not Christmas yet, but maybe someone out there is watching this on Christmas Day. Then, in which case, Merry Christmas. Also, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. I don't know what day you're watching this on, but it could be your birthday when you're watching this. So, happy birthday. And what else? What else could it be? I don't know. It could be your anniversary. Happy anniversary, by the way. You've lasted a decent amount of time. Well done. I don't know. I don't know. Congratulations on your wedding. Well, if you're watching this on your wedding day. Oh, I would be surprised if someone was watching this on their wedding day. I guess you could be. But probably shouldn't be. It should probably be, either getting ready for the wedding or, celebrating your honeymoon at this point. But I don't know. Maybe this is your celebration of the honeymoon. Maybe you both like The Sims building videos for some reason and you're watching it. In which case, congratulations on your wedding. Or maybe your wedding was yesterday and now you're like, oh, I can finally relax. In which case, again, congratulations on the wedding. I'm going to stop talking about that now. So yeah, this is kind of the only reason the yellow looks so overpowering is because of the curtains. I think if I didn't do so many yellow curtains, it probably wouldn't be so bad. I think, yeah, if I change the curtains to white or, just like a neutral sort of color, it wouldn't be so overwhelming. But I still like the look of it. Could probably do with a little less yellow in the main living area there. So that was the little furniture on the balcony there, the 2 recliners and the dining table there. It's down on the lower floor now, just copying the bathroom fittings and fixtures. Was going to put in a giant spa, did not fit, so just didn't do that in the end. This is where I actually do play around with this layout quite a bit. That's what it ends up with, like right now, but then I change it in the final build, which you'll see in the screenshots, as I mentioned before. You'll see the final layout. So we have the 2 bathrooms, the one sort of large bathroom downstairs, one smaller one upstairs, and a couple of bedrooms. One is a double, one is a double bedroom, one is a bunk bed bedroom. For a couple of kids, I guess, it's primarily designed for. Anyways, just put in a little painting in the bathroom, which we just missed. I was going to put carpet in the bedrooms. I don't know, I decided I'd just leave it as sort of rich wood flooring. And I only ever did that flooring in the first place because for some reason, like I used the that sort of deck foundation, and it just came with that, and I thought, oh, kind of good. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep that sort of rich sort of wood-colored flooring. I don't know. It felt like it kind of classed up the joint. Also, kind of made it seem a little bit darker than it probably would be otherwise. But flooring is it is what it is, and I kind of enjoyed it. The main double bedroom, or I guess the master bedroom, pretty standard stuff. Large rug, beautiful wooden furniture. Again, trying to keep it sort of that quaint style. I didn't want to go over the top contemporary, or I just wanted to keep it in that sort of ballpark for design aesthetic. Do I go? I don't go yellow curtains in there. I keep the curtains a standard color. Do a beautiful wooden wall over there. Oh, that's such an old kind of fashioned thing to do, to still have like a fully wooden wall. When is that, the 80s sort of wooden wall? I think it was like kind of 80s style, maybe. Not entirely sure. That's my guess. Anyways, I don't think it's the 70s. The 70s is sort of, maybe it was the 70s. I feel the wooden wall is 80s. That's a complete guess. Probably maybe it was the 60s. I don't know. Somewhere around there. Maybe it's the 50s. I don't know. Whatever. One of you will know in the comments, and I thank you for letting me know. Thank you. So here we are now, moving on to the children's bedroom. Obviously, got the bunk bed in there. I was gonna do matching bed sheets, but I was like, you know what? Let's give them a little bit of individuality. I mean, they're not necessarily twins, but if they were twins, well, dressing your kids in the same outfits may be cute when they're young, but, when they get a little bit older, they probably don't want to look the same in every single way. I've never used that mural in an actual house before, so I thought I'd give it a go, and I put it on the wall there. Seemed to fit quite nicely. I tried to match the wall color as much as I could to the sky. It was pretty close. It was a little bit off, but I was like, yeah, that'll do me. Putting in a couple of toys, a little toy chest and a little dollhouse, and then I think I'd do a chest of drawers, and maybe I think I do a couple of teddy bears. I think is what I do. So it's very sort of generic kind of kid's bedroom. I never really know. I mean, I've said this probably every build. Like I never really go all out on the bedrooms, just because, I mean, I don't know what kind of Sims you're going to put in this house. I don't know if that could eventually turn into a teen's bedroom. I don't know. A couple of posters on the wall there. So we're doing the little living area out in the hallway now. Pretty simple, just a couple of bookcases, a little sofa, and then I put in a little TV and that rug, as you see there. Pretty, pretty standard stuff. Just so there's 2 separate living areas in case, mom and dad aren't watching what the kids want to watch. The kids can go downstairs and watch on their TV there. Or the teen. I don't know. Don't know who's living in the house. I was going to put a coffee table there, but it kind of just seemed to cramp it up. Kind of seemed to cramp my style. Put a painting in the wall there. That actually disappears, like I was saying before, because I redesigned the bathroom and I moved the door, so that painting actually isn't there in the end. Here is the little office area upstairs. So just a standard computer desk, kind of cool bamboo plant. I don't know. I thought it looked good there, so I put it in the corner. And then we do a painting easel in case any of your Sims are so, artistically inclined that they want to start painting. A little bit of inspiration on the wall there with a little wagon wheel in case you want to, recreate the wagon wheel painting. And what are we up to now? I was just coloring in the underneath of the foundation, like I like to do sometimes. Make it pitch black so you can't really see anything. And yeah, so that's pretty much the interior done, I guess. I think I just move on to the exterior now and finish off the sort of details. I was going to do some play equipment, but there's already stuff in the park right next door. In any case, yeah, we're doing some nice hedges. I thought we'd just make that sort of wall look a little bit nicer from the inside. I actually really like the sort of garden here because I feel like this house and this plot just seem more kind of real in a way. I guess just because, there's a lot of sort of townhousey style things. I wish you could do townhouses in The Sims 3, because you can't actually put lots next to each other, fully next to each other. There's always at least one square between them. If you could put them right next to each other, that would have been cool, have them touching and then have actual townhouses. That'd be so cool. I hope at some point we can do that in Sims 4 because at the moment, obviously, we can't even place lots in the Sims 4. So I don't know. Hopefully at some point. I did a little football in the back garden, moving the post box and the bin to that place for some reason. I don't know. And anyways, I just spend the rest of this video sort of going through and doing the landscaping, and then we'll jump into the screenshots in a minute or so. It was kind of hard because there's only a 1 square gap on this side. I mean, those sort of tiles, those tiles right in front of the hedge are actually on my lot, but I wanted to make it look like it wasn't because then it sort of matched the other side. So you have this large sort of pathway coming down next to the park, and I thought it looked quite good. So I kept it like that. But only having the 1 tile wide and trying to fit in the matching sort of foliage of the island was actually kind of hard because I always use those 2x2 flower shrubs and that kind of stuff. And that sort of little mini palm tree thing. And it didn't really fit. I gave myself more space on this side, though. So I gave myself 2 squares over here so I could do more of the standard foliage of the island, which are those sort of yellow and pink flowers. But we're about to jump into the screenshots now, so we'll be able to see 11 Aluna Drive in all of its glory. There it is. There's the front of it. You can see the beautiful pathway next to it. Large pathway going down to the park. Here's another little angle of the other side. You can see the barren island behind it. The island is slowly being built up. Slowly but surely. There are so many lots to be built. And if I'm doing 1 lot a week, it is going to take a while. But we're going to keep grinding away at it. Eventually, in about 3 or 4 years' time, we'll be done. So that'll be... I honestly... I think it will just be like... When I'm done, it'll just be like one of those things where I'm like... Hang on a second. We're done. What? It'll probably be like when The Sims 5 is announced. Aluna Island in The Sims 3 is complete. Woo! Alright, so anyways, here's the interior looking in from the entrance of the house. There's the little kitchen. Yellow, not overdone in the kitchen, but when we turn the other way, yep, that's a lot of yellow curtains. I think if I turned those down, probably would have been a little bit better. Here's the main sort of TV area. A nice little stripy rug. Another little angle of it with the stairs going down there. Obviously right in front of the camera. Here is the master bedroom. Pretty simple, keeping it standard so you can chuck in your own decorations or change it up however you want. A little bit nicer sort of looking that angle though. And moving on into the children's bedroom here with the bunk beds and nicely decorated mural on the wall. That is I think the one room I left that sort of fancy light in. I felt the kids deserved a fancy light on the ceiling. Yeah, that's the changed layout of the bathroom there. The toilet is actually, yeah, you can see it in the corner there. That's where the toilet is. That little nook by the door. I moved the door over. Here's the upstairs study area with the desk and the easel in the corner. And here is the upstairs bathroom, the rearranged layout that does work. And here are the floor plan screenshots coming up. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. The download link is down below. As always, you can find it on my website or the exchange. And if you want to check out more of these videos, check out my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time and have an awesome day.